Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Shifts and Pucks News Pack for Monday, May the 9th. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com Shifts and Pucks. Subscribe wherever you get your audio, as well as on the Area 51 Sports Network. We did two podcasts yesterday. We recapped the Game 3 of the Calgary Flames Dallas Stars game, where the Stars did win 3-2 and lead the series 2-1 as Game 4 is tonight. And then we recapped the Vancouver Canucks, Patrick Allvin and Jim Rutherford's end of season press conference. So check those out on there as well on Twitter and wherever you get your audio, as we'll be back tomorrow to recap the game between the Calgary Flames and Dallas Stars. Will recap Game 4. It's a big game, and that's where we will get ourselves started. It's here with Game 4 and mind games. I think that this is the way to look at what is going on here. Morning skate lines for the Flames this morning were included. Of course, you had Lindholm, Kachuk, and Gaudreau. Not surprising. That's been the Flames' number one line. You had probably Yarncroke, Dubé, and Coleman. That probably wasn't a surprise. But these lines were what threw people for a little bit of a loop. It was Michael Backlund with Brett Ritchie and Tyler Toffoli, Trevor Lewis with Milan Lucic and Andrew Mangiapane. And that's where people got thrown for a loop. Brett Ritchie on the second line, Andrew Mangiapane on the fourth line. Daryl Sutter was asked about the lines today, and he said that they're a fluid, evolving situation. So I feel like there's a bit of mind games going on here. I mean, there could be an argument to you want to get Brett Ritchie or you want to create some sort of physical presence in front of the net. But I think we'll see what happens when game time starts 6:30 Pacific, 7:30 Mountain, what those lines are. We do know that Jacob Markstrom will start in goal. We do know that Jake Ottinger will start in goal for Dallas. They've been the two of the better players in the series. Goaltending has not been the issue either way. We do know that Alex Radulov will back in the lineup for Studenique. And, of course, we talked about Matthew Tkachuk. Will Matthew Tkachuk and John Klingberg have had a battle and after in the first 5 minutes in Game 2 and the first 5 minutes in Game 3. We here don't want that to happen for Matthew Tkachuk. Just stay on the ice, get focused on the game. Now, the Flames are saying the right things in the media. The fan base is nervous. It's no question. It's kind of going to be a tense time in Flames fandom land tonight. Dallas playing with what they say house money. They're up 2-1. Game 5 Wednesday, but we will recap the game tomorrow. Calgary and Dallas, 2-1. Pavelski leading the way for Dallas offensively, and the Flames need to find a way to get more offense from the middle six, from that backline to Foley, Mangiapane, Yarncroke, Dubé, and Coleman, who have combined for a grand total of 0 points. And that has been one of the issues there. So, Calgary Flames, Dallas Stars. Focus on some of the other games that are going on tonight. Of course, we have the Florida Panthers and the Washington Capitals. And will Capitals lead that series 2-1 after a 6-1 victory over the Florida Panthers? They have won here, so they lead the series. They're at home. So big moment here for Florida as well, not wanting to go back to Sunrise down 3-1. Washington has done a nice job in clogging up the neutral zone, a top scoring team and the top team in the National Hockey League during the regular season. Florida Panthers is having, but when they get their offense going, Washington did struggle, but it looks like Samsonov is getting the call and goal again. So we'll see there. Looks like Bobrovsky is going for Florida. New York Rangers and Pittsburgh Penguins. I think a lot of people have generally felt that this has been the best series in the playoffs, which included a triple overtime game. And it's probably been a little bit closer. A couple of empty net goals in that Pittsburgh game. The 3-0 lead. The Rangers came back, but the Pittsburgh held on. You had a hat trick from Evan Rodriguez. So Shesterkin was pulled after the first period yesterday. or on Saturday. So that series, of course, one more game in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh leading 2-1. And then you got Colorado after a 3-0 lead with the Nashville Predators, looking to wrap that series up tonight. Looks like Pavel Francouz will get the start. Darcy Kemper, believe that Jared Bednar said today that Kemper was feeling fine, but they were going to go with Francouz. See if we can get according to Elliot Friedman, Francouz will start. Francouz starts in goal. Justice Anunen will be the backup. Darcy Kemper doing well, but eye still swollen, so it'll be Francouz, and then they are also Connor Ingram probably will get the start for the Nashville Predators. As far as the games yesterday, to look back on that, all of the series ended up being turned into 2-2. The LA Kings shut out the Edmonton Oilers 4-0. Troy Stecher makes his playoff debut, and Jonathan Quick, after a tough night, a tough little stretch here in games 2 and 3, shut down the Oilers and turned it around. Todd McClellan, basically after game 3, said nobody played well. It was a 25-second media availability. Nobody played well. Grundstrom was injured. See you later. And the Kings responded with a 4-0 win. Ouch. 46-31 were the shots on goal. Moore and Stecher, of course, scored in the first. Grundstrom scored twice into the empty net. Troy Stecher, a goal and an assist. Trevor Moore, a goal and an assist. Grundstrom, 2 goals, 1 assist there for that one. Then Jordan Binnington made his playoff debut this season for the St. Louis Blues and the Minnesota Wild. As we go back, just focus on the West here. First, and the Blues tied the series 5-2. Jordan Kyrou had a big game as well in that game. I was wondering if we were going to see Binnington or not, because the Wild were starting to get to Houston in terms of goals. But Kyrou scored twice. David Perron into an empty net. Ryan Riley, a power play goal. Perron had a pretty good night himself, a goal and an assist, it looks like. And then, Jordan Kyrou with 2 goals. Justin Falk had an assist as well. Ryan O'Reilly, strong night too, a goal and an assist there. So Blues and Wild tied at 2. I don't think that's much of a surprise for anybody, really. I think people were expecting this to be a 7-game series. And then Tampa over Toronto to go to the East 7-3. They jumped out to a 3-0 lead while we were on our Canucks broadcast. Got to 5-0. Jack Campbell replaced by Eric Shalgren, and Tampa just rolled right along. Stamkos, Belmar, Maroon, Colton, Perry on the power play. 5-0 after 2, and then 2 empty net goals for the Lightning, Palat and Colton, Ross Colton again. William Nylander, 2 goals. Jake Muzzin with the other. Not a lot of Austin Matthews, not a lot of John Tavares. And if the Leafs are going to win, those two are going to have to step up again. But that series is tied at 2. And the Boston Bruins were down 2-0. And I remember specifically saying that if Carolina won Game 3, I would think that Boston would be in trouble. They did not. Boston won Game 3, and then Boston won Game 4. They won 5-2, and that series is tied at 2 games apiece, as the Bruins scored 3 goals in the third period. Pesce opened the scoring for Carolina. Bergeron tied it quickly. Jordan Staal then made it 2-1. Jake DeBrusk on the power play. Then Marchand, Pasternak, and Marchand into an empty net there. So all of those series are tied at 2 as well. As far as other NHL news, of course, Barry Trotz has been fired as the head coach of the New York Islanders. And, of course, Trotz has made the playoffs in the previous 3. Of course, he won the Stanley Cup with the Washington Capitals, got to the semifinals last year, and but they were 16 points behind the Washington Capitals for the second wild card race here. and it was Lou Lamoriello has not an easy decision to make, but he believes that this groups of players need a new voice, and this is in no ways anything negative in Barry Trotz, who, as each and every one of you knows, is a tremendous human being. Now, some are connecting Barry Trotz to Winnipeg, some are connecting Barry Trotz to Philadelphia, and some are even connecting Barry Trotz to Vancouver. But just looking at what's happened in Vancouver, sounds like the Vancouver Canucks, when they interviewed Kuzmens, the Russian player Artem Kuzmentsov this weekend, Bruce Boudreau was part of the interview, according to Rick Dollywall. So looking positive for Boudreau to be sticking around anyway. Barry Trotz is from Manitoba. The Flyers want to get back into contention. So there's a number of places that Barry Trotz could end up. Lane Lambert is one name to watch, and the idea for the New York Islanders, he's a coach to watch there, and so we'll have to see. Of course, Lambert's been linked to the Detroit Red Wings job. He is currently the assistant coach of the New York Islanders, so that's a possibility that he takes over there as well. So that's big news. Barry Trotz, big surprising news, fired as head coach of the New York Islanders as part of the coaching carousel move. The Norris Trophy finalists were also announced today, and it was Cale Makar, Roman Josi, and Victor Hedman. Cale Makar, of course, from the Colorado Avalanche, Roman Josi from the Nashville Predators, Victor Hedman from the Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't think that anybody's too surprised by those three. I know some people were for calling Charlie McAvoy in that conversation. Some were even putting Justin Falk in that conversation. But I think the general three were Makar, Josi, and Hedman. So we will see what happens there. WHL playoffs over the weekend. We've got in the East, it's the Winnipeg Ice have outscored the Moose Jaw Warriors 13-1 en route to a 2-0 series lead. The Edmonton Oil Kings have not allowed a goal to the Red Deer Rebels as they play tonight in Red Deer. They're up 2-0. The Oil Kings won 5-0 on Saturday, 4-0 on Thursday. So they're up 2-0. Actually, all of the series are 2-0. Kamloops is up 2-0 on Vancouver there as well, as they won on game Saturday. They won 4-3, and Portland won Saturday 4-2, and then they won also as well yesterday back in Portland. They won a 2-1 in a pretty good hockey game, quite frankly. So that's what's going on in the WHL. Draft lottery, by the way, is tomorrow, so we'll see who picks where there. We'll discuss that as well. Of course, the BCHL finals are started here start on the 13th. It looks like Nanaimo and Penticton. They're going on there as well. So that will start. Then player of the week, by the way, back to the WHL, Owen Peterson from the Winnipeg Ice, 5 points in 2 games, a goal and 4 assists. He's leading the way for the Winnipeg Ice against the Moose Jaw Warriors. Goalie of the week is Sebastian Casa with 2 games not allowing a goal there as well. And as far as any other news to touch on here, the Brooks Bandits are the 2022 Alberta Junior Hockey League champions. They took the title with a 2-0 win on Saturday to win that series 4-1. So congratulations to the Brooks Bandits on that. So that is our news for today. Of course, you can follow us all individually on Twitter. Sean is Beardy Canuck 03, Tyler TNOBLE, Devin Gordhouse 09. And you have, of course, Chris Schneid's SCHNEIDZ. I am KEBULE. Also, give Fireside Chat follow as well, as they have their weekly podcast out. They're joining us for recaps. Dan Stevenson, Matt DeBoer will be joining us if they can. And then, of course, subscribe to wherever you get your audio. Subscribe. Give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube. and of course, vote on our polls as well. And of course, on the Area 51 Sports Network. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. We'll talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.